We are back, and I'm talking to Mariah Crawford, who is a spiritual medium counselor. A fascinating thing, and just to let you all know that I don't do shows. We're not here to debunk anybody, first of all, but I don't do shows unless I get involved in this, and I did go to you, and we did all kinds of things. You did Reiki, and we talked about auras, and we talked about all kinds of things. We even talked to my grandmother, which we'll get to. But one of the things that I think concerns me, and if you talk to people and you say, well, I went to a psychic, and they go, whoo, oh, really? You know, that's very interesting. What did they say? But it was very interesting. And you are credible. I mean, it wasn't like we went to some mystic tent with a bunch of things floating around. So it really is an amazing thing. But what I think bothers me, and you and I discussed religion as well, people spend so much time trying to find fault and debunk religion and psychics and astrologers and everybody else. Why? Why do they do this?
It's fear, and maybe it may be in some way because they are afraid of what may happen because of the religion that they've been taught in, and that they feel that they've been brought up with hellfire and brimstone. If I made a mistake, I'm going to go and burn in hell forever. They may be afraid to find out that they actually do survive in the greater life for eternity, and that we don't just float around playing harps on clouds. We continue to grow and evolve and study, help those that we love in spirit, and maybe even become angel guides, guardian angels.
Well, I want to be a Cupid.
Oh, okay. You'll have to discuss that with your angel guides when you get to the other side. But people are afraid, and they've seen movies, these terrifying movies that would terrify me even. And they come in and their hands are shaking and they're hanging onto the side of the chair. One lady was told by all of her friends that I would make things float around the room, and that who knows what else. It's simply fear, and people need to be educated that all of the major religions teach that our souls survive and that we go to the greater life or heaven, whatever you call it, whatever your choice of words would be. And yet when people like psychic mediums or spiritual counselors and mediums do their work, we are debunked, or we are supposedly working with the dark forces, when we're really working with the light, and we're following what all the major religions of the world say, and even in the Bible.
Well, if somebody says they're afraid to come talk to you, that certainly, in my opinion, gives you great credibility. Because if they're afraid to come to you, then obviously they think you have some power or some spirit or something, that you know something, which would mean that I would, if I was afraid to come to you, I would think you were a fake. But the fact that I think that, not that I was afraid, but I mean, when I did come to you, it was like, whoa, I don't know.
You didn't know
but
what to expect.
I came with an open mind. You have to admit that.
And I appreciate
that. But I think
that.
the fact that people be afraid, that means you do have some power that they're afraid of, which gives you some credibility in my book. But
you know, I never think of the word power because power is so misused. The power that comes through me is a gift to help. And it is a privilege to do this. I never work to have power over anyone. In fact, because I was a flight attendant, I'm a national flight attendant for 10 years, I learned a long time ago how to make people feel comfortable and to counsel them, but they're terrified of flying or carrying the body of a loved one somewhere. I like to make people comfortable. There's nothing to be afraid of. It's perfectly natural, and it's a gift. It's been promised that we survive and that we can communicate with people in the other world. And we'll go there one day to go back home.
Well, two things. Two-part question. One, very simple. Are more and more people coming to you?
Yes.
Okay.
It's incredible.
And secondly, I think, and most importantly, who are the people that come to you? Now, I came to you because I want to do a show.
Yeah.
But I might have anyway. But who comes to you?
People
who are
from
these people?
all walks of life, of all ages. Children as young as 5 and 6, and people who are ready to make the transition, what we call death, to go back home, may want to come and find out what it's going to be like, and maybe have some loved ones come in and say, we'll be waiting for you. There's going to be a big celebration when you come home. We're all going to help you. Just be at peace. You're going to have an easy passing. Or they may say it may not be an easy passing, but we will be there to be helpful to you. So we have people of all different walks of life. People who are cowboys, people who are computer workers, artists, nurses, doctors, chiropractors, people who do lawn maintenance, housewives, every walk of life.
Are most of them happy when they leave?
Yes.
I mean, have you
And I
told
work-
people that they're going to get in a terrible accident next week
Oh my
or anything?
goodness. Now see, there's where ethics comes in again.
Okay.
If I hear something, and they always come through my left ear, and that's called clairaudience, if I hear something that is like a little bit too heavy duty, I will be asked either not to give them that information at this time, or to word it in such a way that we will assist them to prepare for a difficult life challenge or transition that's coming up, so that they leave like knowing that they have protection, that they're going to be helped, that their angel guides and loved ones are with them, and that they're going to make it through this tough time. They're not walking this earth alone, that they're always being helped. So my job is to uplift and bring hope.
But when you say you're being told, who's telling you this?
My angel guides and their angel guides.
Well, now tell me about it. You mentioned angel guides.
Yes,
That's a
spirit.
great deal. I'd love to meet one. But what is an angel guide?
An angel guide is a very highly evolved spirit being who has been in the world of spirit. Some of them have lived here, and then they've gone back home to the greater life, the world of spirit, and have been with their teachers and working with God and the higher beings to evolve, to help us in this world, to walk this world. You've heard of guardian angels, even in country western songs.
Right.
Wonderful guardian angels. Each of us has at least one, and sometimes many more, depending on what we do for a living. And then there are spirit guides. There are many different aspects. We have an angel band. I was brought up, may I address this? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
I was brought up knowing that I had a band of angels. I met the first two when I was a little girl. They're called my doorkeepers, who watch over my body while my being is sleeping and go with me wherever I go. I now have 3 guides.
Do you wear safety belts?
Yeah, we didn't have safety belts in those
Oh,
days,
okay.
but like they do now. But then we have a spirit doctor who is in charge of our band of angels. We have healers in our angel band who help us and help work through us to help others. We have protectors, and we have master guides, and then we have helpers, and then sometimes people that we loved here on earth, like a grandma or grandpa, may come in also and help as part of this band of angels who are always watching over us.
Do you believe in ghosts?
They're lost spirits. I don't call them ghosts. I feel sorry for
And
them.
I'm not being
I
facetious.
do believe. Yes, I do.
I was curious.
We call them earthbound lost souls because they're stuck on earth. They don't realize they've left behind the physical body. And I find it a crime to charge to go to haunted houses because these people are lost and stuck, and they need help to go on to the light rather than to stay behind.
So what are we going to do right this second? Take a break.
Oh, all right.
When we come back, when I was with Mariah, my grandmother came through and had things to say, and I'd like to share that with you when we come back. So please don't go away.